Global AI News, Extended Edition. Today is Friday, September 5th, 2025. I'm Anchor Name. Let's dive into the top US news developments you need to know now. RFK Jr. or as Senate testimony yesterday sparked unprecedented bipartisan backlash as he made controversial claims against the CDC during a Finance Committee hearing on health policy oversight. The hearing, intended to review federal health agency budgets, quickly devolved when Kennedy questioned vaccine safety protocols and alleged CDC misconduct. Senators from both parties immediately challenged his statements, with Committee Chair Senator Williams calling the claims dangerous misinformation, and Ranking Member Senator Davis demanding evidence for his allegations. The testimony has prompted calls for Kennedy's removal from any future health-related advisory roles, with consequences potentially extending to his political aspirations. The White House has yet to comment on the testimony's fallout. Harvard University scored a major legal victory yesterday when the Federal Appeals Court reversed government-imposed research funding cuts that had threatened multiple academic programs. The court ruled that the Department of Education's decision to slash research grants violated due process and academic freedom protections. The ruling restores approximately $200 million in federal funding and sets a precedent for protecting university research independence from political interference. Harvard's legal team argued that the cuts were retaliatory and unconstitutional, a position the three-judge panel unanimously supported. The White House issued a brief statement expressing disappointment with the ruling and indicated they are reviewing options for appeal. The U.S. labor market showed significant cooling yesterday as private payroll growth slowed to its weakest pace in 8 months, prompting speculation about Federal Reserve policy shifts. ADP reported only 89,000 private sector jobs added in August, well below the expected 140,000, while unemployment ticked up to 4.1%. The weak data strengthens the case for the Federal Reserve to implement more aggressive interest rate cuts at their upcoming September meeting. Financial markets rallied on the news, with investors betting on a half-point rate cut rather than the quarter-point reduction previously anticipated. Fed Chair Powell has indicated that employment data will be crucial in determining the pace of monetary policy adjustments. New Census Bureau projections reveal the United States is on track to experience its first population decline in modern history, driven by falling immigration and historically low birth rates. The report shows net population growth could turn negative by 2027, with immigration levels at 40-year lows and birth rates continuing their decade-long decline. Immigration, which has historically offset low birth rates, dropped 60% from pre-2020 levels due to policy changes and global economic factors. The fertility rate has fallen to 1.6 children per woman, well below the 2.1 replacement level needed to maintain population. Economists warn this demographic shift could strain Social Security, Medicare, and economic growth for decades to come. U.S. military forces conducted precision strikes against cartel operations in international waters off the Caribbean coast, marking an escalation in the ongoing campaign against drug trafficking organizations. Pentagon officials confirmed the operation targeted 3 vessels suspected of transporting narcotics, with no reported casualties among U.S. personnel. The strikes represent the latest phase of Operation Caribbean Shield, a multi-agency effort to disrupt cartel supply chains using military assets in international waters. Defense Secretary Martinez stated that the operations will continue as long as cartels threaten regional security and U.S. interests. The campaign has drawn criticism from some lawmakers who question the legal authority for military action against civilian criminal organizations. Finally, we want to address circulating rumors about a 4th stimulus check and Social Security payment suspensions. No official confirmation exists for either claim. Social Security payments continue as scheduled, and no new stimulus legislation is currently under consideration. That wraps up today's top stories in the US on this extended edition. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell